We're going to sew them so that they continue to have a bias seam here. And the reason we want to sew it at the 45 is so that we don't end up with a thick seam here. Because again, if we sewed this straight, we're going to have seam allowance here, and then when we fold it and fold it, it's a lot of seam allowance, okay? We don't want that much seam allowance because it just gets thick and hard to sew. So I've got my two pieces. I'm going to turn this one right side up, and I'm going to put the second one on top of it. I know that if I put it here, I'm going to kind of catch the selvage. So I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to put it right along here. So I can tell that this is going to be on the 45. So this is when my little magnets are going to come in handy. Stay there. Okay. So now I need to sew it from here to here. One of the things that people get confused about is which direction to sew it. So if you get confused, know that it's a 7 that you're going to make. So I always lay it down in a 7 shape. All right. And we're going to sew it this direction so that when we twist it, it comes off this way and creates a straight line. So always from the top left to the bottom right. So think of it as how if you were reading, you would start up here and read and end down here. I'm going to draw it so you can see how that works. This is a great way to kind of learn how to eyeball it, because after a while you'll get pretty good at it. And what we want to do is it should be going basically from valley to valley. So on either side of these, we have where the two come together. I call those a valley. All right, so that's going to go from this valley to this valley. Okay, so now I'm going to pin it. And I really do like my pins because they keep things where I need them to be. So now I'm going to go ahead and sew this. All right, so I'm going to lay these together. I am going to do a little back stitch. All right, so now I'm just going to sew along this line. Again, I'm going to back stitch just because I don't want them coming apart as I work with them, especially if I am cutting my binding like a long time before I'm going to use it, because sometimes that happens. I don't want it to come apart. So if I don't do the back stitching, these are likely to come apart. Now I'm going to trim this. All right, and there we've got our binding.